Hey there, I'm Alan Matthews from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video you'll discover a fingerpicking pattern you can use to get started in your fingerpicking experiences. So here we go, this is what you'll be learning in this video. This pattern. This is the pattern you'll be learning today, and so this is called the outside-in pattern, and it's a pattern you can play with all of your just basic chords so that all of a sudden you sound like a master fingerpicker. If you enjoy this, please subscribe to this channel for more videos. Great, so before we jump into the pattern itself, just a couple of tips. Number one, don't brace your pinky on the top of the guitar. Your little finger, keep it off the guitar. Top of the guitar is hot, don't touch it. And so just let your hand float. This will keep a lot more freedom in your hands. It'll just make things easier long term. It might feel more secure to brace your pinky at first, but just don't do it. Just don't get into the habit of it. So now that we've got the little finger bracing out of the way, let's jump right into this pattern. So to begin with, step number one, we're going to be doing this with a G chord to begin with. So first off, we're just going to play the lowest string and the highest string together. And it's going to help if you can move from the big knuckle. I'm a classical player, so I'm a super stickler on technique, but if you're just getting started, the most important thing is that you're just playing and staying motivated and enjoying guitar. So right now, just play the top and the bottom string. Play them together. Great. Now come in and play the second and fifth strings. That's step two. Now play them back and forth. Outsides, then the next one in. And just blow back and forth with them. And just get comfortable with this action. Next, and now we get into the picking pattern proper. Just to say really quick, you can use your first and second finger in the right hand, or your index and middle finger, or you can just use one finger for all of this, plus the thumb. Either way that you want to do it. So after we've done them back and forth, now we can just alternate them. Thumb finger, thumb finger. So thumb finger on the outside, and you can just do that a couple times if you'd like to. And then thumb finger on the inside pair. So the outside, then the inside. And then just once each. And this is the pattern. And we're just using open strings right now, right? No left hand. But if we put on, say, a G chord, then we've got a pattern, and you can work on speeding this up as you wish. The next thing is to look at other chords. So we just used all 6 strings on this pattern, right? We actually didn't. We used 4 of the strings, but we're just ignoring the middle 2 strings for that particular pattern. If we look at a C chord, then we're only using 5 strings, right? So we're going to play whatever the lowest note of the chord is in the left hand. For a C chord, it's the 5th string, 3rd finger. And so then those will be our pairs, the 5 and 1, and then the 4 and 2. And we'll just ignore the 3rd string. So we can start out the exact same way, and then alternate them. For the chords that use just 4 strings, then it's pretty self-explanatory there, like a D chord. Then we can just use the 4th and 1st, and then the 3rd and 2nd. And you can just practice going between these. And here's the beauty of fingerpicking, is that as long as you've got the chord on, and as long as you play in the right hand only the notes that are within that chord, so on a G chord, that's all of the strings, there are no wrong notes. So as long as you keep going, it's right. And that's the beauty of fingerpicking, is that it's very lenient on mistakes, so long as your left hand is playing a chord, and so long as your right hand just plays the notes within that chord. For instance, if you're playing a D chord and you play that low E, it's going to be ugly, right? But as long as you just play the notes in a D chord, which are the 4 strings, then you're golden. And you can, if you mess up the pattern, it's fine, so long as you just keep going. So if your thumb stops moving and just stays in one place for a little while, so be it. Just keep going, because it's right enough, right? It's not a wrong note, it's just not what you intended. So the outside in pattern is, again, you take an outside pair of strings, so in a G chord it would be the lowest note and the highest note of the chord, and you play those, and then you move in one string toward the fingers towards each other, and play, in this case, the 5th and 2nd string. Play them together first just to get used to it, and then alternate thumb, finger, thumb, finger. And that is the pattern. Do it for each chord, and all of a sudden you can put finger picking into whatever tune you would like to play. All right, so I hope that helps in your beginning fingerstyle adventures. If you'd like to know more, then please subscribe to this channel. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.